Hey y'all. Hey, I'm sorry y'all. I'm always a few minutes, seconds late. But how is everybody doing? What's up? What's up? Hey. Hey Pia. Hey everybody. Just me Jojo. Thank you very much, Dr. G. Aris. How is everybody? What's up, Ben? Bro, Tam Tam. Crystal the Dow. Hey, boo, you ready? LaShawn. Hey, I'm going to give it like another minute. I'm already 2 minutes late. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm already like 2 minutes late. But hey, Auntie Ressa, just give a couple minutes for people to get finally caught one. Hey, Definition of Pretty. Gigi, Revelta. Hey, Cousin JoJo. Okay, so tonight, y'all, we got the absolutely beautiful and amazingly talented, because from modeling to rapping to that some people might not know she do. I'm gonna let her get a little bit more into that. We have Crystal the Doll. Let me just go into a little bit of what she's done, okay? A little bit, because this ain't even remotely close to everything. Child Support, Her Way, Faithful, Watch Your Back, All I Want Is You Part 1 and 2, Quick Money, Detroit Dreams, Strange Fruit, my favorite movie that I always say is my favorite, If I Can't, Bad Girls 1 and 2, These Men for Everybody, Temporary Suspect, everything. Like, her catalog was so long, I couldn't even write it all down. And without further ado, we're going to get into this interview because I got some questions for baby girl. All right? Y'all ready? Hey, Jordan. Hey, Cuzzo. Hey, Tasha. Did it work? I always sit here like, do it work? Because it takes a minute before they click in. Virginia says, hey, boo, I think your camera flipped.
It's not. I'm right here. We in here. Hey.
I'm so happy to have some girls. I always got guys for the most part. One or two girls I've interviewed out of all these people.
Really?
So yes. So one, thank you. Thank you for coming on my platform. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So we gonna just start off from the top. Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am from Detroit, Michigan, and everybody always like to say, "What side?" I'm from the East Side. A
Okay.
lot of people don't. They don't be believing me. They tell me I don't look like an East Side girl. I don't know what an East Side girl is supposed to look like, but I am the definition of an East Side
Just
girl.
getting my show off the flow. I ain't gonna insult nobody. We'll talk off. I DM you what they think.
I hear what they say, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like the vision that they got for West Side girls is the suburban girls versus the girls that's actually from the city.
This
Because they giving same amount of gritty as they trying to say from the east side. I feel like a lot of people from the west side learn how to dress and got their swag from the suburban people. But I mean,
I'm a Southfield, West Bloomfield kid. I graduated from West Bloomfield.
so you
So yeah,
know.
that would be me a little bit. But yeah, it's pros and cons to every hood. So east, west, suburban, all that. It's pros and cons. So what high school did you go to?
Okay, so I went to three different high schools.
Okay.
I went to King in the ninth grade. Then I went to Denby for 2 years, and then like in the beginning of my senior year, some BS popped off, and my mama pulled me out of school. Then I had to go to Southeastern, and I ended up graduating from there.
You sound like me. Some BS. I went to Southfield Lake, some BS pop off. I had to go to I didn't
Man,
couple in my neighborhood. I had to go on some Fresh Prince shit to the far west Bloomfield. But it's okay. So you are, like I spoke on prior to going clicking you in, you have been a rapper. You are a rapper. You have modeling. How I first was introduced to you, you were a swank girl. This was
yeah,
years. You was a swank girl, and I think
yeah.
that was like the Southfield location. She had just opened up. So
Mm.
that's how long I've been like following you and stuff like
And
that.
that's
So
a
you want
long
to,
time because I started with Swank like 10 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah, like 11 years. 11. Yep.
swank model. So with all of that being said, how did you figure out you wanted to be an actress?
I've always wanted to do this. To be honest with you, my elementary and middle school was performing arts. So I've been doing plays and drama classes and choir, and I learned how to play instruments. I was like very much so into the arts when I was growing up. Going into high school, they made us take a test, that test where you could get into King Cast or Renaissance. I wanted to go to DSA. So if anybody don't know, DSA is the performing arts school, high school that we have here. It's a school of choice, but you have to try out to get into the school.
Aaliyah went there, right? Aaliyah went there, if I'm not mistaken.
Aaliyah went there. Yeah, Aaliyah went there. And I wanted to go to that school, but I did the test and I ended up placing to go to the MSAT program in King. And my mom was like really big on academics, so she like, you got to go there. And I went there and it didn't work out because I didn't want to be there. So I showed that I didn't want to be there. Mm-hmm. And then the next year my mama like, okay, you want to play? I'm gonna send you to the neighborhood school. I thought that if I played with her, she was gonna be like, okay, you can go to King. I mean, you can go to DSA. No, she sent me to Denby.
Black mamas ain't, it ain't never
what she was not playing. She like, okay, my mama a tough cookie too. So it wasn't no way of just being like, okay, well you can go to DSA now. She like, no, you want to play? I'm gonna show you. Like, God.
Worked out for the best. It clearly worked out for the best. Have you ever been in a stage play?
I have.
You have? What?
I have. I did a stage play called Scattered Hearts years ago. It was with Kamal, Delicious. Who else was in that? It was a lot of people who do movies now was in it. Don't get me, I don't, nobody be mad at me for not remember everybody who was in it because it was so long ago. But I just remember Kamal directing it. I remember Delicious being in it. I was in it, of course. It was a girl named Christian. If I'm not mistaken, I think Cortez was in it. I think he was in it too. It was a lot of people. But yeah, I did that. And that was at the music hall. We sold it out. We did like 2 shows. Yeah, it was super cool. It was super, super cool.
So with that, since you had the taste of both, what do you prefer? What would be your love? The stage or film?
Film.
Film. I figured you was gonna say film. Just because you got a lot more experience with film.
Film. Like film just hit different. It's the experience. It's the on set. It's the vibes. It's the meeting new people. It's the like I like what the thing about film that I like is if you mess up, you get another try. Mm-hmm. On stage,
that's it.
You gotta keep moving. You gotta fix it. You gotta figure it out while you up there. Ain't no pausing. Ain't no all right, take 2. None of that. You know, you gotta be on you. That theater, that's different.
Now, that would be me. That would be me. I would be like, nah, give me and then all these people are watching you, so you have to kind of fall into when you're on the stage. Yeah. So I feel you on that. What was your first film?
My first movie I ever did was actually a movie called Pope. And a lot of people don't know about that movie because it was like out for like a year. It was on Amazon Prime and then they yanked it back because the people who made the movie, they had some type of disagreement about distribution and whatnot, and they ended up yanking it back. So that was the first movie I ever did. It was called Pope. Literally. But nobody know about it. Yeah, no. And then after that, I was supposed to do a movie. Well, I did. We started to film it. It was called Raised Around Bosses. And that's where I met Wesley. I met Beezy. I met Tori on that set. I met quite a few people, and that was like 9 years ago. Yeah, that was like 9 years ago. Wow. Yeah, and then I ended up moving on, and I did like a cameo on Buffed Up, and that was the first time people actually saw me in film on a movie when I did my cameo on Buffed Up. But I did projects prior to, they just never came out.
I forgot you was in Buffed Up. Your catalog is crazy.
I don't count those for real. I don't really count those because they like little cameo roles. So, because I was in Plug Love too, but it was a little cameo role. So,
Plug Love.
I was in the scene when they was in the beauty salon, and we was talking about these niggas for everybody. All right. I was in the chair getting my hair done. Yeah.
So, with all these roles that you have been in, do you have to audition for them, or are you just getting calls for them, or is it sometimes you have to audition? Sometimes you're called in.
I can honestly say I've auditioned for 2 roles. One was for Quande, and that's Cheddar Boy Films. Off the Porch. I auditioned for the role of Roya, and I got it. And the movie that I just did in Atlanta called Hood Riches, I auditioned for that. I had to send in a self-tape. And I auditioned for that. But everything else, they called me.
Because why wouldn't they? Period. Why would they? If I did movies, I would call you too. Because it's like you know, you don't have to be introduced into anything. You know exactly how things are supposed to go. Like I said, your catalog is nuts. Anybody looked you up and did a little bit of homework on you, I'm like, I only got like 30 seconds to introduce her. I can't name all this shit before I introduce.
Man.
So how important is it working with a good director on film to you?
It's so important. Like, that really make a difference, because it can either make it a easy flowing situation or a highly stressful situation. You know what I'm saying? When you got a director who on point and know what they doing, they know exactly what they want. They know what to tell you, and they know how to direct you. So you don't have to too much have to figure it out on your own. You know, you getting directed. So it's very important to be directed the correct way. You know, that can make or break a film for sure.
Yes, I can only imagine. And your most difficult role you've ever had, you think? What was your most difficult role thus far?
Most difficult role. I would say the most difficult role that I've done so far but it was fun, but it pulled a lot out of me. It is a thriller that I did in Texas called Deliveries from Eva, and it's coming out soon. I don't know when. I think they're trying to figure out who they're going to distribute it through.
Mm-hmm.
But it gives you Misery vibes.
I'm
going to just say that.
Crazy. I don't think I've seen you in Crazy yet. I didn't see
Nobody has. Nobody has. So, like, with that one, I had to get physical. Like, I had to do push-ups. I had to yank people around. I had to drag people. I was fighting people. Like,
that's for you.
I can't
Because
wait for y'all to see it.
I will be watching, looking, and reviewing. So what is your favorite type of role to play that you play? What's been your favorite? Your like type of role?
I don't too much have a favorite role because I don't allow myself to get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my favorite roles are roles that I've never played before. Okay. It's exciting to try something different and for people to actually give you a chance to do it. You get what I'm saying?
So this thriller role that's coming up, because you lit up talking about that.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Like, I have fun every time that I'm on set. But that one in particular, it's a whole nother side of me. My whole thing right now is showing my range and showing people what I can do. You know, I'm a pretty girl, so, you know, a lot of times I get put into those roles of the pretty girl, you know, so that's cool, you know, but I want to be able to show what I can do. And I was uncomfortable from the hairstyle to the makeup. You know, I'm used to, now it's to the point when I first started, I thought glam was what I needed all the time. Now I'm just like, I don't want all that makeup on my face. I am who I am, accept it or don't, you know. I don't always have to have my hair done like this. Like, my character literally had a short haircut, 27-piece, like, situation going on, like a wig. Yeah, I got a wig hacked and cut, and it's short. See, I'm actually an Army vet in that movie. Yeah, so I got discharged. My head wasn't right, and I had spent time in Afghanistan, and they discharged me. So my character don't too much got it all together. So yeah, like I had to, without telling the movie so much, you know, you see that it's more to her, you know,
from who you typically have been. Yeah. Has there ever been had to turn down due to schedule conflict that you regret?
All the time, but regrets, no, because everything that's for me is for me. You know, what's meant for me, God gonna order my steps, and he gonna put it so that it happened the way that it's supposed to. So if there is a role that I can't take or I can't get because of a scheduling conflict, it just end up not being for me, and I'll be happy for the person that get it. You get what I'm saying? Because you get the role, do what you're supposed to do, turn up, go crazy, you know? Because like I said, the doors that God been opening up for me are distinctly for me, you know? So it's working out in my favor and for my good.
Absolutely. You better say that, because you don't look like you tired or hard up for no work at all.
No. It's a blessing though. It's a blessing. I don't even wanna harp on that and be like, yeah, nah. I'm just blessed to do what I love, to get up, to be able to just do what I love for a living. That's my flex right there. You know, I don't gotta flex no other type of way. That's my flex. I get up and I do what I love, and I'm genuinely happy. You know, I'm just in such a good space in my life, and I'm blessed. That's all I can say.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Mamas. Yes, ma'am. I'm feeling the happiness. I'm feeling it all through the screen. Trust me.
Thank you.
So, If These Men Are For Everybody, you played Raven. And your shine got on.
Terrible.
Oh. I can't wait to interview him because I just want to know why you always pushing the plan B down somebody's throat in every other movie.
And I hate that for that. That be the thing. Like you be like, damn, man, everybody gonna think and he is not like that at all.
Most times you guys' characters are not how you are.
Sweetest person in the world, but you know, these movies that have people thinking like I literally, I'm sure you're gonna ask me about it, so we're gonna talk about that when you ask me about it. But it do be times where people
say because I am. How was it instead of These Men Are For Everybody? Because you literally worked with everybody, it seemed like, in that movie.
You said how was it filming it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was the first time I've been on set where everybody had their stuff together. Like when I say every piece of talent on set who worked, it was so easy to just get it done because everybody knew what they was doing. The people that I came into contact with, my scenes, you get what I'm saying? It was just like not having to figure everything out. You know, sometimes when you are the stronger actor or you dealing with people who don't really know what they're doing, you got to lead it and you got to like carry it on your back. In this situation, I felt so good doing that movie and I was so excited to work with Lisa and them. And I just was like, you picked the perfect cast because everybody is on point. Knew they line, like was ready to work. It was just, it was a great experience.
Making everything just fly by.
Yes, so easy.
And in your movie, Faithful, and Faithful and All I Want Is You, you played a domestic violence character. I mean, yes, in both of those, you played a victim of violence. Now, that's triggering for some women. How do you get into that role? How do you mentally prepare for roles like that? I've
lived it.
Okay.
So because I've lived it, I pretty much know how women who've been through that act, you know, how they're scared, how you could just say something, they shake, they jump, you know. It's the little things, you know, with those type of situations. With Faithful, more so, my character didn't come into contact with domestic violence until it was the initial, okay, I know she's cheating, I done caught her cheating type situation. And I brought that side out of him. Not saying what he did, what my character did was not okay. You get what I'm saying? Leave your wife. You get what I'm saying? Break up. But in high emotion type situations, when you're extremely in love with the person, that was what you would call a crime of passion. Because he's so in love with his wife. She's his everything. And to see you with another man, you ain't got no clothes on, you got bra and panties on. And
ask that question.
Did you? Yeah. And I'm like, it was so funny because when I got the script, I was like, I would never say yes. And they was like, you gotta say it, it's the script. I'm like, oh my God. But you know, everybody was like, why did you say yes? I'm like, y'all be forgetting it's a movie, right? Yeah. The plot is how everything went. Would I say yes? No. Did my character say yes? Yes.
It would have been no, and I'm married and I'm still no. So.
And then All I Want Is You, it was the opposite. I turned around and ended it wasn't per se that I don't think my character went into it saying, okay, I'm gonna kill Malcolm. It was, I'm tired of this, I'm robbing him.
He deserved.
And I'm gonna leave. He wanted to come for the gun, now you getting shot, you know, but Malcolm was terrible. He was a manipulator, a narcissist. Malcolm's character was like out cold. And I just feel like my character, Sophia, she just was taking so much, you know. Yeah, the My King. Let's address the My King.
We can get into that because we can definitely get into the My King.
I know everybody was so irritated about me calling him my king so much, but you got to understand that the character was doing anything to make him happy. She wanted to live a certain type of lifestyle, and he supplied that. So it just was like, if he's giving that, she's just like, I gotta make him feel good. Now in real life, do I call my man my king? Yes, I do, but it come off so differently because he deserves that. You get what I'm saying? I feel like it is okay to call a man my king. Don't get me wrong. It is okay, but that man has to be worth that status for you to just speak it like that, you know? And that's why people were so irritated because Malcolm was not worth being called a king because he simply did not have king traits. He didn't move like a king, and he wasn't a king, and that just was what it was.
He was doing the most, and he was giving cornball energy. I'm like, this part is a movie because there's no way he think he just laying like that where somebody about to just be walking around doing and calling him all of these things. And I'm like, oh, friend, how?
It was killing me. When I read the script, I called I called him and I said, look here, it's a lot of my kings up in here. And the way he talking back, this is not the woman that I am. But I had to remember Sophia is not Crystal.
No, she not.
So as an actress, this is the other thing that people need to understand. When we play these roles, it's not us, you know?
I got a question
Okay.
for that. So, what was my next question? In my favorite Tubi movie, I'm sorry, I'm biased. I always say this. My favorite Tubi movie so far is If I Can. You play Lolo.
Yes.
I wanted to whoop your ass.
Everybody
I'm gonna just keep
was mad at Lolo.
being with you. I just wanted to kick your ass because you knew
from the beginning.
Shit. You knew
from the jump.
Just got one shit.
Lolo you never said nothing.
The salon from who hair you did. And let me tell you this too. That girl ain't owe you none of her husband money. I said, no, what she feel like she owe this girl some of her.
Lolo was terrible. Lolo is nothing like me. You get what I'm saying? Lolo was selfish. Lolo was self-centered. Lolo was out cold. Lolo got what she got at the end, and she was an antagonizer, you know.
My favorite part of your part, my favorite part is where he was towards the end. He was like, I'm trying to get my family back. He was like, nigga, you really is cuckoo, ain't you? Do you hear yourself talking? Like, I was like,
she is gone. She's gone. Get your last little look at her. She out of here. Like, come on.
What has been your least favorite role? Do you have a least favorite role?
No.
What's been your favorite role?
Did I say no? And the reason why I say no, I don't have a least favorite. I have roles that I don't. I wouldn't even say that I don't care for them. It's just when you grow, you can see where you started. So it's like, oh my God, when I see my older stuff, I'd be like, dang, I've grown. But at the same time, it's a great moment because you like, dang, I've grown. And in the same breath, like I've really grown, you know, as an artist, as an actress, I've grown. And it's just like, I just look back on some stuff and I just be like, ooh, if I was to redo this today, I wouldn't have did that, you know. But people love, like they love everything that I do. And now they've been here on the journey. So I love that, you know, and I appreciate it. So that's why I say I don't have. We all start from somewhere because where I'm at right now, people might be like, she's great. You get what I'm saying? I am nowhere near where I want to be. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's classes that I want to take. It's people that I want to work with to learn different type of tactics when it comes to acting and film. I'm on the indie level. You get what I'm saying? My next step is mainstream. And that is a whole different ball game. I'm coming in on the bottom of, even though everybody know who I am, I'm still on the bottom of the totem pole because I don't have none of what they got doing under my belt.
We like it because we can't tell. We are our hardest critics. We are our critics. It's us. So you can't say, especially from watching Child Support with you and Tristan, and then watching If I Can with you and Tristan, your characters, you did grow.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. I was just saying that to him because we was just out of town doing another movie. And I'm like, dang, look how far we came. Like, look at this. It's a blessing to come up with the same people that you started with and really be flourishing and growing. I love to see it. I'm so happy to see it. So
do you have a favorite role?
Favorite role. So my favorite role so far, I told you, like, I deliver the deliveries from Eva. But it's a contender. They boxing it out. So I love deliveries from Eva because it gave me a chance to show my range. Now, the movie that I just did in Atlanta with Denzel was called Hood Riches. And we've been being able to see edits of the movie so far. Hey, Wesley. We've been able to see edits of the movie so far. And when I say I am floored by how good I did, how good it looks. It's just, I'm like, girl, you is a star. Like,
you are.
I was looking at it like, they gonna eat this up. They gonna love it. And it was just like, I said that, like, going into this opportunity, just working with, you know, talented people and like being around that type of energy. And it just was like the setting from the crew. I never worked with a crew so big. I never worked, the budget was bigger. It was just different. And it just opened my eyes to how things gonna be on the next level and how different it is versus what we doing on the indie level versus doing, it's still an indie level movie, but it's just they working with a bigger paycheck. And I always get treated well on set, but I just felt like an absolute princess. It was nothing that I could not have. It was like they didn't tell me no. Like I really started to learn because I like to do a lot for
Mm-hmm.
myself. So I'm starting to learn how to just sit in a chair and say, "Can you get me a water? Can you get me this? Can you give me that?" And they just doing it, and I'm just like, "Oh."
Yeah, they carrying them be turning into divas because you get
But
spoiled.
I'm never coming that though. That's the thing, because even then I will get up and get off the RV and go in the house and get my food. We were bringing it to you, and I'm like, I want to put my own food on the plate. So that's just gonna always be me. But it do feel good to be respected, you know, like it feels good to actually be valued for your work and what you're doing. Like that feels amazing. And like I don't even feel like they felt that way because it was their job to feel that way. They already knew about me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They knew about my work, so they just was like, you are a dope actress, you are a dope talent. I'm excited. Let you know whatever you
And
need. I love that.
manners are going to get you places that money cannot. Being respectful to people, being
Yeah.
nice to people, being kind to people will get you places. I say this every interview. I have never been told no. Never. Anybody I've reached out to, that's why when people reach out to me, I try not to tell them no. Because being polite, you don't know who gonna be who or who gonna be what later on in life. So
Say
you
that.
always kind of people. Always. Now, the next question. Being that you are a mom of 3 beautiful children, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you have 2 daughters and a son, right?
Yep.
How do you balance all of this?
It just all happened at the right time
Okay.
because they're older now.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're at the age where they can move on their own. They can do stuff on their own. It's more so I've always taught my kids how to be independent from jump because it was always just me and them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so in certain things I had to teach my kids because mama had to work and I had to do this. And even though you in the care of somebody else, I want you to always know you're doing this by yourself, that by yourself, this by yourself. They're not doing it for you. XYZ. They're not me. You get what I'm saying? So they can cook their own food. They know how to wash their own clothes. They know it's time to go to bed. You get what I'm saying? They know if I'm not there, you know, even if they stay up, they know they got to get up. They not missing the bus. They not, you know, it's like that. I have issues with them. They teenagers now, so I'm going through that teenage phase with them, but they're not bad kids. You know, I'm just blessed. I always be saying my son get on my nerves, but he's such a boy. He gets on his sister's nerve. That's what boys do. But am I worried about him being out in the streets, gang banging? No. Is he disrespectful? No. You know, he's a good kid. He's just a boy. So it's just like I might get some talk back sometimes, but because they all want to take up for themselves. They have a voice now, you know, and I'm learning to listen to them because you know, your feelings matter, you know. And as a parent, I'm growing myself because, you know, we grew up together. I'm trying to figure it out, you know. And then on top of that, they think I'm rich. That kills me, you know. Like I don't understand that, you know. I
I
don't know. We did that to him though,
listen.
because I spoiled mine.
I
I try to give them everything that I possibly can. You know, them kids don't go without. So it's like they just think that mama got it. And the fact that they have that mind frame now, I can't fail.
No,
I
you can't.
can't fail.
I have a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old boy, and a 4-year-old little girl. And I was picking my sons up. I had to pick them up a little early yesterday from school. And I was saying something to my oldest son, and I was like, if you ever have any problems out of him, y'all call me. They were like, we never. Your oldest,
you're doing a good job, Mom.
Never have no problems out of him. I'm like that. He be pulling my hair out at home, but long as you got
and that's how they be. Everybody be. I'm like, he don't drive y'all crazy. She don't drive you crazy. They're great. I just be like, oh, y'all be playing with me in the crib, huh? Okay, all right. But as long as they know how to act when they out there in them streets and they represent our home the correct way, our family the correct way, I don't want nobody to be able to come to me and tell me I have an issue with your son, your daughter, or this. You know, they know what they supposed to do. They yes ma'am, no sir. You know, I'm raising them like that. A lot of people don't tell their kids to say that type of stuff no more. I don't know why. Chivalry is dead. Manners is dead. But I'm not that parent. You know, my friends call me the mama of the group. I'm the mama of the friend group, and I'm the mama over mine too. That you are strict. I'm like, no, I ain't. But I'm just not too loose with letting them do a lot of stuff because I'm not losing mine to there, to out there.
Absolutely, and just loving people in the street don't love them like that. So that's what
they don't. And I tell them that, and I teach them that. But back to your question, what you said, because I tend to go off. But yeah, like I said, like when God started opening all these doors for me and my career started taking off, I'm just blessed that it was at a point where my kids were ready for that as well, you know, so they can handle it. I know that when I be gone now, within the past 8 months. I'm gonna say like January. That's when I started being gone for long periods of time to film because I was getting booked back to back, and I was gone. Like at one point in time, I think I was gone for like a whole month, like a month and a half. Yeah, and it just was like my youngest daughter is the one that felt it the worst. She's 10. She just turned 11. You know, she turned 11 in July, and she cried. Like she cried. She would call me, I miss you, I miss you. My baby, count down when she gonna see me again. But it's just that's the hardest part about it. But other than that, they are fine. You know, they miss their mama when I'm gone, but when I come back, they back getting on my nerves. You know, I spend my time with them, you know, but I get a break in between that. And I learned to not cluster myself too. I don't allow people to do that anymore. I have to take rest breaks in between bookings because you got to decompress when you come out of those movies because you literally turn into another person.
Absolutely.
So I have to come down off of that and turn back into me. You know, I need time. So to jump from one film and then 2 days I'm filming another one, I learned my lesson. I did 3 movies back to back. When I say I was mentally exhausted, I did not come out my house. I didn't want to deal with nobody. I didn't want to talk to nobody because it was just literally too much. I was having headaches, all type of, can't do that no more. I was stressed. I was arguing. Like, yeah, it was just creating problems that should have been there.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned, like, okay, you can't do that. And it to me in the beginning, it was like, I gotta be booked. I gotta look busy. I gotta make this money. But now it's just like, okay, it's cool to be booked and busy and whatnot, but you have to take care of yourself as well.
Absolutely.
So if you open your mouth and tell them like, look, I have this day's open, but I'm gonna need a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need 2 weeks. Can y'all push y'all filming days back? If you really want me, you'll do it. If not, you'll find somebody else.
Absolutely.
9 times out of 10, they move them dates. So I be okay. It's just all about opening your mouth and really telling them how you feel. Because a lot of times we don't say nothing and they'll just think everything is fine. But when you vocalize how you feel, you know, they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing but you know, respect it. You know, you want the best me. You want the best that I can do for you. Give me time to decompress and come back into me so that I can turn into the character and the person that you need me to be. So that's it.
That's right. So have you ever, this bringing us to this question, you ever had a crazy fan?
Yeah.
Just a weird.
A lot, you know, it comes with the territory.
Anything sticking out of you?
I'm glad that I don't have people. I even have like stalkerish type people, like to the point where I didn't learn now, like I really too much don't even want to take pictures outside of my house and stuff no more because people just do weird stuff. You know, they just do weird stuff. Try to figure out where you live at. Try to look around, see what's going on. You know, so I've learned how to be like, I'm already a private person. Now it's even worse now. You get what I give you, and which ain't gonna be much. You feel me? A lot of the stuff that I put out there is work. I don't really post my kids like that no more because people make fake pages and they take the pictures of my kids or videos and they try to make it seem like they're me. They be scamming people. It's just really weird, you know. So I have a lot of that happening. But for the most part, I have way more support than the weird energy. My block finger is so strong. Yeah, it's so strong. I will block you so fast.
It'll say typing, and me and it saying typing. Block. I'm not even about to play with you because really that's what they want. Especially a person that's hiding behind a fake page. How am I with you?
Really getting blocked off a fake page. We don't got nothing to talk about. I'm starting to run into people on Facebook that do things like I just seen it prior to me coming on here. A girl, when I first put the status up, I saw the notifications. I was responding to people. More people started commenting. I wasn't back on there. So when I did jump back on there to interact with the people who were saying something, a girl came on there and said, why every time that I comment, you don't reply? She brought up another actor. I ain't gonna say their name, but such and such used to do that to me too. And I unfollowed her. I almost wrote her back and said, well, unfollow me, sis. But I got to understand that they just want my attention. You get what I'm saying? They showing you love, but it's a certain way to do it. So I'm real kind with how I tell a person about that stuff.
People will think that they know you. They will really.
Yeah, because you be so personable, they think that they know you. And I got to tell them, like, look, baby, I'm not sitting on Facebook waiting for replies to my stuff. When I see them, I reply. I apologize if you feel like I've been ignoring you. Thank you so much for your support, and I appreciate you. You have a blessed day. What can you say to that?
I like you.
What can you say?
I like you.
What can you say?
You can't say.
Thank you.
I have to answer because you just said that you are a private person. No names, no anything. If you are comfortable with answering it, are you single?
I am not.
You are not single. Okay, so with that being said, that's into my question, my next question. Have you ever had, not even necessarily in this relationship, have you ever had issues with love scenes in your real relationship?
No.
Oh,
No.
they
And
me.
in the past, like dating people in the past, when I first started acting, that was the relationship when you asked about the domestic violence situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally took a pause. I did child support. People pay attention. I did child support, and it was a 2-year break between when I did another movie.
Oh, wow.
Because filming child support was like busy to tell you, mentally draining. The guy that I was dating at the time did not want me to do it, and it just was like to the point where I have a scene that I had to kiss Tristan. It wasn't even a sex scene. It was like a kissing scene, led to the bedroom, the door closed, and I was scared to do it because I'm like, he gonna try to fight me. Like that's what it was. So after that experience and going through all of that and having to explain to him like I did kiss somebody in the movie and he flared up and wanted to fight, I just was like didn't want to do it no more because I'm like if it's I gotta fight with this man to be able to do what I love, I'm not about to do it. And I should have left. You get what I'm saying? But when
it's learned.
It's life. Things happen, and unfortunately, like I just was going through something at that time. But like I said, God order your steps. He get you together. Things was meant to happen the way that they did. Because had it not, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Or things would be a little bit different. You get what I'm saying? But it worked out. But yeah, I have dealt with people who are insecure with what I do. Very much so insecure. For me, it's work. It's work. I don't know. These people are my friends. You get what I'm saying? So I even if I have like a somebody playing my boyfriend in a movie or something like that, these are my friends. I really it ain't nothing to me. I'm trying to stop cussing. So when I started saying cuss word and I switched off for another word. I'm trying to stop cussing, y'all, because I'm it's a sailor mouth over here. So
God's still working on me. Trust me too. But whatever.
Look here, I be trying. I'm like, I gotta remember where I'm at. But yes, so yeah. But I'm just blessed that the situation that I'm in right now, I'm not going through that. So
every person that I've asked that question to that I've had on my show has always said the same thing. It's not romantic. It's not like
because people be like swearing. Y'all really be doing it. No, we don't. But okay.
But yeah, no, it's definitely acting. What
happened? What?
Panties on. I'll be like, they got the panties on still.
And
they're pulling panties to the side.
That make me mad when I see that. I be like, y'all, I'm real big on realistic. Like, if things looking realistic. Like, so I say, if you gonna do that, just make sure it's covered up with it's all an illusion. Mm-hmm. You don't gotta give them all that. I'm not giving all that. I'm just not, like that's me. Other people may be comfortable with it, but right now, where I am in the stage in my career, mm-hmm. it's not worth it for me to do all of that right now. And I don't have to, so I won't.
Amen. So what is your dream? What's our final question? What is your dream role?
My dream role, I said, okay, Tomb Raider. Anybody familiar with Tomb Raider? The movie Tomb Raider, Colombiana. Those types. I want to play a character like that.
Straight up acting, pulling out pistols and.
I want to learn how to fight. I want to learn how to do all of that. I want to do an action-packed role like that. Something that somebody could never see me doing. I want to do it, and it's not even about them because people don't see me. They just see me as the pretty girl with the nice body that play the girlfriend. Nobody can see me going that far to do that. You get what I'm saying? But I know what I see for myself, and I know what me and God got planned out. So
what do you have coming next? You said they're Hood Riches, and what other movies?
Man, I got so much coming. I got a movie called Cream coming out. Deliveries from Eva. Hood Riches. We just got finished filming. What was it called? Family Code. I'm missing some stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's some stuff that I'm missing. It's some stuff. Rose Gold. That's 5 things. Shit. It's more. It's more, and they just not coming to my mind right now. But of course, Dirty D season 3. That's coming. What else? It's I've done more. That is so messed up. I've done more, and I'm booked for so much more. I'm booked. On my books right now. I got like five movies I'm booked for so far.
It's amazing. Well, let me tell you this. It has been an absolute pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you.
It has. I don't want to say my favorite because I love all my interviews that I've done, but this has been I damn near forgot that we are live
We
and
just
I have
kicking
people.
and having a whole conversation.
I'm sure I would love to interview again. I'm sure in the future you got a million other things coming up where I'm gonna have to get you back on my show to discuss.
Definitely.
But it has been an absolute pleasure, and thank you for finding time in this ridiculously busy schedule.
I'm actually got some downtime right now, so this was the perfect time.
I appreciate
Things
you.
about to ramp up for me because I got like a lot of bookings and I got to fly out of town. But like right now, this is my calm time.
It was meant to be. Do you have any handlers you want to tell people where we can find you at? Your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Facebook?
Everybody know my Instagram is crystal.thedial. My Facebook is my name, Crystal Hughes. That is the page that you more so want to pay attention to. I do have a Crystal the Dial page, but I just post my movies on there with the links to them. I don't really do nothing on there outside of that. So that's where you can go and just find the movies and click the link to go watch it. Twitter is crystal.thedial. So the dial is one word and crystal dot. So that's my Twitter. I have threads. My threads is Crystal the Dial. That's the Twitter for Instagram. No YouTube yet. I think with this next move that I'm making, which people will figure out sooner or later, probably within the next month. But with this next move that I'm making, I think I'm going to do a YouTube to document it because it's just like that big of a deal that I think it should be documented. And I'm gonna document that. And I think I might start YouTubing to just let people in because I know that a lot of people are able to make up assumptions about me because I don't put very much out there. Y'all see me working, that's about it. I don't really too much put my personal life out there for real. People figure stuff out. It's because they nosy or they put two and two together or they try, and that's how that goes. But I'm trying to be more open, because this journey that I'm going on, it's a lot of people that are very inspired by me and they want to know the struggles, the ins and outs. And I never want people to think that everything is just because it's not. I go through stuff just like everybody else. So I think that it's time for me. So in moderation to how much I want to give out, But I think that I am going to start being a little more open with my fan base and the people that support me because I do want them to get to know me a little better.
It's all in divine order and God's order. So you take your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, Crystal.
Having me
on Instagram and on everything that you're coming across, and I will be seeing you one day on the big screen. In the name.
Amen.
Thank you so much, hon. Good night.
Thank you. Good night, y'all.
Yeah. I think that was my favorite interview. I don't want to say that because I got some other people that's coming up that I'm sure are going to give just amazing interviews, just as amazing as hers. I want to thank everybody for staying with me. It's been over 200 of you guys that have stayed with us throughout, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are from Crystal's page. My name is Dionna the Diva, and I review Tubi movies and I interview the cast. So follow my page, follow my broadcasting channel. Is this thing on? And I will see you guys Friday. This Friday I got China from Get Paid. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you. This is wonderful. It's really good. It's really amazing. I'll see y'all Friday with China from Get Paid. Catch up on Get Paid so we can talk about it. See you guys Friday at 6. Bye.